Well, good morning, everyone. Today I thought we would do one more fingerstyle rhythm, and I'm sitting here playing the Coal Creek guitar. Isn't that a beautiful instrument? It's not plugged in right now. The battery's dead on this thing, or I would have plugged it in. It has a really nice L.R. Baggs anthem in it. But I have it playing through a microphone right here. I like to place the mic just about, right about in here, instead of right directly in front of the sound hole. And I think it sounds pretty good. So today, as I said, we're going to work on rhythm a little bit. And yesterday's rhythm, we spent a little time on it. And I think I got some good feedback on that. I wasn't sure how that was going to go, but it seemed to do all right. And that particular method of or style, where you're using these two fingers for the down and the pointer finger for the up, you don't have to just do that one beat. You can actually change it up and track other types of rhythms with it. So it's just, it's just a method to express the rhythms that you're hearing around you. And bringing up hearing it's a good idea to practice with, like some kind of a track or something that you can practice listening and trying to track it with these different rhythms, whether you're using a pick or you're using a fingerstyle. I noticed that on YouTube there are all kinds of drum tracks. Basically, you just have to put in the search engine drum track, and if you know the beats per minute, you could put classic rock drum track, 100 beats a minute, and there are all kinds of tracks that will come up, and they play for a good period of time, giving you enough time to kind of practice listening, getting a hold of that beat, and then transferring it to your guitar in a spontaneous method. When I say that, what I mean is no one's sitting there saying you do up, down. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, or that nobody's saying you have to always use a downbeat or an upbeat or two downs and two ups. Basically, you just spontaneously try to track what you're hearing and then play against it, add something to it, play against the beat. Let me give you an example. I happen to have one here, and it's called the Groove Beat drum track. It's 100 beats per minute, and it's a mix that's on YouTube. I doubt there's any copyrights any of this, because these are classic drum beats. And let me just start this over again. Here we go. And so everything that I do right now, I actually can do with a pick as well. But we're working on fingerstyle, so. So usually what I'll do is mute the strings, listen. It's a little more complex than a metronome, but it's kind of more fun too. And so I'm listening, and I'm just trying to get, and then what I'll try to do is add an upstroke to it, and I usually use my thumb. If you're not used to fingerstyle, you can get your pick and do the same thing. Or you could add something to it. Try doing it with a chord. Let's start with a E power chord. every once in a while. Listen and hear if you're still on the beat. I don't have this super loud, but you can see you can play against it. And everything that I've done there, I can do with a pick. You just have to play around with it. And it's just a lot of fun. But it's a good way to train your ear to listen and to get used to playing spontaneous with a beat. If it's too fast for you, slow it down. Look for something slower. And there's 90, I've seen 90, I've seen 80 on there. But find something a little bit slower and just sit. And if you're not used to strumming, start with just pick your pickup and just do the downbeats and track it. And then when you start getting used to it, add an upbeat. So, you just have to play around with it, and what can go wrong? Even if it doesn't sound right to begin with and it drives everyone crazy, you will find yourself eventually that you'll be able to actually create a rhythm when somebody's playing spontaneous and be comfortable doing that and not really be thinking about how you're doing it, but transferring what you are expressing in conjunction with that other player. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but it takes practice. It takes doing it over and over and over again, and that just happens to be a good way to do it. So I thought I'd show that to you and bring that to your attention, that there are all kinds of resources if you have a computer, which I think you do because you're listening to this, and you're on YouTube. I guess that's why they call it the YouTube University. There's so much to learn out there. So that's one thing to do. But you'll notice today I was doing the fingerstyle, and I was using a different strum. Yesterday's was. Today I was doing. Now I want to tell you, it's totally different from what we were doing yesterday, because yesterday I used the pointer finger. Today I'm not using the pointer finger. It's taking a vacation along with the pinky, okay? And the only two fingers that's being used are these two fingers right here. And then let your fingers do the walking, I guess. That's what it looks like. Anyways, it's the middle finger and the ring finger being used. And then the thumb is being used also. But yesterday, the thumb was only being used to play the bass. Today, it's being used to do an upstroke, and the fingers are doing the downstrokes. Okay, so it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It doesn't have to be in that order. It could be up, down, up, down. It could be down, down, up, down, down, up. It could be down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Okay. In other words, you can get creative with it. Today, the only fingers that are going to be involved with this is going to be these two fingers right here. The pinky pretty much goes for a ride, although when you get aggressive, it kind of gets involved. But for the most part, it's just the middle finger and the ring finger. And the responsibility of these two fingers is for just downstrokes. Now you'll notice that I've got this finger here, but it's not getting involved. It's like it's taking a break with the pinky. And it's just these two fingers that are doing the downstroke. And for the most part, I keep my hand kind of curled. And because my middle and ring finger are taller than these other two, I guess it's kind of easy, or it seems natural that they hit the strings first. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to do this. I don't want to start coughing. It's the pollens are real high here. And so it helps to drink a little tea. That's ginger peach from Harney and Sons. It's a great, really, really good tea. Okay, so back to this. So these two fingers, that's their responsibility, downstroke. Just like yesterday. But yesterday, the upstroke, this was the responsibility. Today, it's doing absolutely nothing, and the thumb is going to do the upstroke. So they've traded. Well, actually, the thumb is giving the pointer finger a break, and it's just doing the upstroke, and then those two fingers are doing the downstroke. Now, if the pinky finger hits the string, don't worry about it. It's fine. But for the most part, you're keeping your finger kind of clawed like this, and you're doing your downstroke. And the thumb takes care of the upstroke. See that? And you can do it different ways. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And you can do down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And you can accent different things, like I'm accenting the down, and then I'm doing. Okay, so practice that. Now you'll notice I keep my fingers kind of close together, and when I do this, my wrist is moving, but not just my wrist. My fingers are doing a little bit of work, not a lot, just a little bit of movement. For the most part, it's the wrist. Okay, but if I was trying to do this I could probably do it without moving my wrist at all. Let me see. But it's a little too tight. So you want to do it, so you want to maybe try it this way. Start by doing that. Not moving your wrist, and just let your fingers down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then loosen up and do that same movement with your fingers at the same time. Turn your wrist back and forth with it a little bit. Okay? Does that make sense? So we're going to start by holding your wrist frozen and then loosen it up. Okay? Because that's how I do it is. So practice that and see if it's comfortable to you. You know, if not, you can always use a pick, but I thought I'd show it to you because that's one more method that I use that I kind of learned on my own. I sort of morphed into it, and it works for me. And so some things you'll find that will work for you and won't work for you. You just have to, you've got to explore and listen to music around you. All right, and have fun. That's like most important. Have fun. I forgot what somebody said today. It made me laugh. They said something about the fact that their brain got the message, but their hand is acting like an idiot. I forgot who that was. But anyways, it was one of our subscribers. It made me laugh because I've been there, and it still happens to me, where your hand just doesn't do what you want. You try to play, and it just doesn't come out. I think we've all been there, and we all still go there. I certainly haven't arrived, and it makes me laugh because, it's what happens. So anyways, well, I guess I better end right there. And want to let you know I am going to go on another road trip coming up in September, middle of September sometime. Haven't quite solidified the date yet. But when I do, I'm going to take you along with me to some of these guitar stores that I'm going to stop at. My destination that I'm going to go to and then return back to do the loop is actually Springfield, Missouri. There's a guitar store there that I really like to visit, and there's a whole bunch along the way too. So you'll get in on the fun if you watch those videos of me visiting and playing whatever guitars are in those stores. Should be fun. Okay, well, so that's coming up. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this world.